Audio Jungle.
Really look at it. You can really take time and you really look at it. Not there.
Oh God. Knock the camera off. He said, she bit my head off. He said, I won't say nothing like that no more. He said, them Kentucky basketball fans, he said, they're serious about their basketball.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we are. You know it.
Work it up. You don't, and you gotta use the big needle to all them spices, because if you use one too little, next thing you know, you're gonna be pushing like a mug on it. It's gonna pour it out. it's splatter on your wall. So you gotta make sure you got the big needle this many spices. Otherwise, it ain't gonna work.
Playoffs. Don't talk about playoffs.
Well, hey, with all the arm pumping I'm about to be doing tonight, you can probably line me up 30 plus lawnmowers. I'll start every one of them.
Guys, God loves you. Go Big Blue. Good night, everybody.
Wow, wow!
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? We are in the den tonight, me and Rusty. How you doing, Rusty?
I'm doing great.
Good, good. Buddy, I have got a long sleeve shirt on, but I pulled my sleeves up. It's been cool down here. Last
Yeah, it's
couple
been a
days.
little chilly, a little windy, a little breezy,
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
chilly this week.
Yeah. But what you been into this week? Other than just, I guess you just working, coming home like
They
everybody else.
Yeah, old Hunter's been mowing people's grass and stuff, and he's been trying to get all them caught up. And he's still got one more to do tomorrow, plus ours. So Hunter's a mean grass mowing machine.
He likes cutting that grass, don't he, buddy?
Yeah, he likes to cut grass, buddy.
How old was he when he got started? I mean, was he real young? I mean, did he get into it like at a young age? Like,
Well, I mean, Hunter, he likes stuff like that, but like
Right.
he's like riding in my lap on the riding mower and stuff. It's
That's how-
probably
that's how it got started. I guess that's what I'm trying to ask. That's how it got started, ain't it, buddy? Because that's
yeah, and he's probably been mowing last at least, I'd say maybe 3 years. I have to do the borders, but then let him go. But now I'm just a weed eater. I ain't mowing nothing. I just weed eat.
oh
It's
well,
got to be done too.
Rusty, we got
Yeah.
a little bit. We got a little bit to talk about tonight. I want to congratulate. The Harlan County track team. Regionals was Wednesday, and they went down. They went. No, it was at Harlan County. I'm sorry, but the regionals was the other day, and you know what? They won. They are back-to-back regional champs and going to state, buddy.
They go to Lexington for that, I'd assume.
It's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, but yeah, they
Good job.
good job, guys. They
Hard.
are back-to-back regional champs.
That ain't no joke right there.
No. I'm just kind of flashing these pictures up so everybody can see. But yeah, back-to-back regional champs. I think that's in Lexington, I think. I don't know where it's at. If anybody knows, I
I don't see why it wouldn't be. Right up there at Kroger Field.
Kroger Field. But yeah, congratulations, guys. Back-to-back regional champs. And I also want to congratulate the Harlan Lady Dragon softball team for back-to-back district champs. They was back-to-back district champs. Like to congratulate them on their district, and they go to regionals. Let's see, the Harlan County. They played Harlan County and won, but Harlan County and the Green Dragons go to regional. Let me see. I have got Harlan County will play Pineville Monday, May 26th in the regional.
This is the softball tournament, regional tournament.
Yeah, the regional. And the Green Dragons will play Knox Central Monday. So I would like to congratulate both teams, Harlan County and Harlan City. Like to congratulate again Harlan County track team for going to the region. Winning the region and going to state. Congratulations to the Harlan Lady Dragon softball team and Coach Overbay. And guys, good job. Everybody's doing a wonderful job, ain't they, Rusty?
Yeah. Hey, since you brought that softball up, I've been thinking, you know, I don't know too much about high school, but I know, like, I can watch college, but I like watching them pitch. I can watch some no-name teams. They wind up, hey.
Buddy, I'm telling you, I don't know how they do that. Do you?
Well, we came to a conclusion today. Well, I know you said you're gonna bring something up about softball, so me and Terrence got, Taylor made. We got talking about it. And we said, "Babe, I don't know how in the world they do that." And well, I went over and I grabbed me a roll of masking tape. And I wound up. Well, I was thinking. I said, "Well, I was in between just barely throwing it or just pretending and not even really throwing it." So I got about 20 feet away from him. I yelled, "Hey, little buddy." I wound it up. They said my foot was pumping and everything. Hey, next thing you know, that roll of tape came out of my hand. They was about 4 or 5 people over there. But it came out of my hand like a missile. Dude. I got lucky and it hit this whiteboard and bounced straight. Taylor caught it. Oh, Terrence caught it. I'm lucky I didn't hit somebody in the head or something, you know. I'd be mad.
Well, how do you do it, Rusty? Is there a certain way you hold it to when you and then it comes down or what? Because I'm like you, I don't know. I always thought that was something the way they fast pitch that softball.
Well, I came to a conclusion. I don't know what do you call that pitch? Fast underhand or something? I don't know. But I came to a conclusion that's a true woman's sport right there because they got different ball joints in their shoulders and different universal joints in their hips. I mean, hey, I'm telling you, I thought I tore a rotator cuff. That was just one pitch.
I know it, but that just amazes.
And I couldn't even get down low. When they pitch, they're down low by the time. And God almighty, I thought I tore my shoulder out of socket. So, I mean, if there's ever a mixed league softball team, I guess all the guys would have to be out in the outfield.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
think they have to be, and maybe sluggers? You think they could be a catcher?
I don't know.
Just leave the girls for the catchers?
What you
Well,
think?
see, well,
I'm asking you.
I guess the guy could be the catcher. We'll leave the rest of the infield for the girls. But definitely the
Okay.
pitcher.
Okay.
Definitely
Okay.
the pitcher.
Pitching. Yeah. Pitching. Yeah.
So I couldn't play outfield because it's cataract. I'd be a danger. I'd be standing there in my glove like this right here. Next thing you know, I'll probably get hit right in the face. I couldn't be a slugger or catcher because I got this keratoconus in that eye. I couldn't see that. Next thing you know, I'd see her winding up. Next thing you know, I'd hear it hit the mitt. Probably wouldn't even swing. So I figured I'd be the pinch runner or the designated runner. Is that what you call it?
Designated runner.
Pinch hitter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, hey, if I'm coming home, I don't care, man, woman, what's catching, who's catching. I'm going to be the big red machine. Hey, I'm going to knock that ball loose. And I'm going to let them know, too, because I'm going to have two big forearm pads. One's going to say move, another's going to say get out the way. So they better be guys catching if I'm playing because I'm coming.
Well,
I can't do nothing else. I can't do nothing else, so I got to do what I do.
Well, yeah.
But them ball joints and universal joints, they're different.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know how they pitch that ball, man.
I do not know. I about hurt myself. No. But that ball of tape, hey, if Terrence, if he's on here, he'd tell you it came out. It hit. I'm lucky I didn't hit somebody.
Did Terrence try it? Did he try to pitch it?
No, they was all busy laughing too hard.
Too busy. But
the crowd dispersed. The crowd dispersed, though.
I said, yeah, I would. But Rusty, we were gonna go over some top players tonight and stuff. But have you heard anything about what's this? You sent me about the commission. What was it? There was the NCAA, the House. What was that?
Well, I thought the House. Anyway, that softball stuff, that was fun. Too much fun. But I don't think the House settlement actually came down. But I think what I sent you was some of the conferences was trying to get everybody to sign up on this thing to where they was all going to stick together on that ruling. And no matter, it's hard to explain, but I was listening to some other podcasters and stuff, and they said that can't happen. They can't, like they was talking about kicking them out of the conference if they didn't sign up on this. They was trying to bind them all together, but some of the things they's going to be doing is going to be breaking the law. So that guy said they can't force you to sign something to,
right,
and force you to break the law. So that would never go over. So I think that wound up being a bunch of garbage.
Right.
But I guess they was talking about like all the SEC, Big Ten, all the conferences signing something. And then like, I guess if there's something they didn't like about what came out in that revenue thing, then they just go on about doing their own thing.
But didn't they vote somebody in though to like oversee? What was that all about? Like oversee. It came like a commissioner, like he would oversee all of the NCAA, I guess. They
did, but I don't remember too much about that. Yeah. I did send you that link.
Yeah. I think it would come out closer to the season. Maybe that stuff will come out.
Something did come out today about the playoffs. They're going straight top four.
Top four. You sent me that. I saw that. They're going straight top four.
Bye. That's the bye. But now if you win your conference and you're out of the 12th position, you automatically get in.
Hey, Erica. Thank you, Erica. We appreciate you. Thank you, Erica. How you doing, Erica? How's Pat doing?
So now Notre Dame can get a bye, and they don't even got to play a conference championship game.
They
But I think it'd be hard for them to stay ranked. Well, I don't know. Their schedule's kind of a little bit tough. Their schedule ain't as bad as it used to be. They're starting to get a little tougher. We talked about that 12-year deal with Clemson, and they're going to be having Alabama coming up this year. They got Arkansas, Texas A&M.
Yeah,
they got a few others. I just can't. I ain't looking at their schedule, but those two be tough. You know, they got USC.
Miami, but I give this year they got Miami.
Oh yeah, they're starting out with Miami.
And then don't they play Texas A&M too?
I think it might be Miami at Miami, and the next game might be Texas A&M.
That's
here.
Yeah,
and Arkansas is there, so I don't think Arkansas is going to be no pushover. But we got to give a shout out to Marcus Freeman, though.
Yes, I saw that. Or I saw that article. But what about that, man?
I don't see no other coaches doing that.
I don't see nobody else doing that.
Well, another thing, like, now I'm not picking on him. I'm just using Stoops for an example. Stoops' base salary. Remember when Freeman got his salary? Freeman's base salary was a little bit lower than Stoops, but I'm sure with incentives and going to the playoffs, he gets more. But how many years has Stoops been making this big money? I know he's got that little hospital thing he does down there, but I ain't heard of him giving no $4 or $5 million, nothing. Maybe he has. If he has, somebody put it on here. Maybe. I mean, I'm sure he donates quite a bit to that hospital, though. But $4.5 million is a lot of money, especially when
that was real something, bud. That was real something.
And this is only his 4th year, so I mean, I know like he has earned a lot of money in those years, but not like Stoops been doing it for how many years? How many years he been?
2013 was his first year.
So I mean, he don't got money like that yet.
So
that's just an example.
Well, back to something right quick. We won't get into. Do you like this LLC thing that Kentucky went into? I know we've talked about it and it's been out for a while and they've done it in a while. Do you like that? I mean, just
Well, I got a couple questions about it. I know they voted to do it. Are they for? I guess my first question is: are they for sure going to do it?
I think so. I think so. I'm not for sure, but the way it's sounding, yeah.
Well, I didn't know if they was waiting. They voted to do it, and then depending on what the revenue thing came out of the House, if they's actually going to pull the trigger on it.
Yeah.
But it
sounds like to me they're going to do it. Do what?
Is it going to start before this year? Or?
I don't know if that LLC is going to start before or when, but they're pretty. I think they're pretty. The way I understand it, they're going to do it. So,
well, I like it because it takes some of the power away from Mitch. I mean, I know ultimately overall he's probably got a lot of say, but
they still have to report back to UK. I think, is that right? They still have to go.
I don't think UK can stop them from firing anybody though. But they got to pay the buyouts.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how all that.
I mean, like works. The buddy system and stuff. It's going to be like a business, and we want to win.
Yeah,
and they ain't going to be pumping all that money in it to lose.
That's true.
So, I mean, if some coaches ain't cutting the mustard, they're probably going to be out there.
Yeah.
And they're going to have their own people scouting players. I think it's going to be good. And another thing I like about it is we're leading the charge on it.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. When it first come out, there was an article said that Kentucky was, what was it? If I'm saying it right, one of the first schools to do it. Is that right?
They are the first, I think.
The first.
And if you remember, I was saying back when we started the show about how I thought some of these, I don't know, some of these like LLCs and stuff was going to take them over. I think I had another word I used back then, though, but it's basically the same thing. Yeah, investment firms is what I said.
Yeah.
But ain't that what basically LLC is?
Yeah.
So I've been saying that, but I did not expect us to be the first to,
I didn't
you
either.
know, do it. But I'm
Didn't
kind of
either.
excited about it because I don't think we can go nowhere but up
Yeah,
after
that's
last.
true. Would this be a? And I think we may have said it on the show before, been a while back. I think we have said it. Is this a make or break year for some coaches like Stoops and some of the other ones? Is this, or do they get a another year or two, or do you, or what? I mean, but we don't know what this team could do because it's all new, and I think I had said that this team is. I mean, we don't know what they got,
Buddy, our schedule's tough, but I'm
and our
telling you,
schedule's tough.
I think if we don't win 7 or 8 games, Stoops is out of there. I don't think a garbage bowl is going to save him. I
don't
think
think
he's
it
going to
will.
have to get a decent bowl, like a decent one,
Yeah,
because the ticket sales are down.
yeah, we talked about that, didn't we, bud?
Yeah,
They're
and
down.
they're down a lot. I mean, unless they have a miracle season, I don't know if he's going to make it.
It'll be interesting to see, but I think if I'm telling you right, we're 99 days away. I think I saw something. We're 99 days. Can we make it?
99 days on the wall. I don't know how.
Can we make it?
We
99
made
more days.
99 more days on the calendar.
Yeah.
I just think it's
I saw where we got a new basketball player too. Is our roster complete? Do you think it's complete? I do. I think that's it. I think the guy we got the other day, I was telling you about, I think that's it. I mean, I've got. Did Oway ever decided if he was coming back?
I don't think
Anybody?
I don't know if he's decided yet, but I don't think he's got much more time. I was watching a little bit of Talking Kentucky last night, and they was saying that they thought it was said, I think.
The roster.
Yeah, but I didn't get
Well, that's
to
what I
watch.
was. Well, that's what I'm thinking too, because you've got 1, 2, not counting Oway. Let's leave him out. You got 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
What about that big 7-footer from Georgetown?
I'm looking at 13 roster tracker. 13. I think it's set, don't you?
Pretty much, unless the old way
I
comes
do
back.
too.
And I kind of don't think he is, but he's running it down to the wire if he's not. If he is coming back, I almost think if he's coming back, he would already made his mind up.
It's getting, well, it's about going into June, ain't it? So, and I saw something where he had said where he was all in on trying to make it. I think that's what he meant.
Yeah, he wants to be in the NBA. Why wouldn't
I'm like
That's
you.
his
I
goal.
think it's set. Yeah. Right. And I think the roster's set. I think we're gonna have a good year. And in basketball and in football, like I said, we don't know what to got. I can't even I mean, we got good players on there. I mean, that's what, but win losses is what I'm talking about. That's what it's gonna boil down to. I mean, if you really think about it.
The football.
The football, yeah.
Yeah, win losses.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna. Yeah,
I won't know when that LLC's taking over.
we need to.
I don't know. I've looked and I can't really I can't figure it out.
I had a friend send me something, and it was coaches from the SEC, and I had seen it too on something else. And let me read you something. There was supposedly be some coaches from the SEC. They wouldn't say who it was, You know, they just, you know how like they would comment, you know, stuff. I know you read stuff, and here was one comment and said the recipe for Kentucky's success under Mark Stoops isn't there right now unless they hit on every portal guy they brought in, and Zach Calzada is significantly better than he was the last time in the league. That was one coach from the SEC, and you know they didn't put who said it, and said they weren't aggressive enough or physical enough on the lines last season. They didn't really play like those Mark Stoops teams that would beat you up. That was another coach that said that. What do you think about those two comments so far, Rusty?
I think our offensive line's going to be okay.
Yes.
And we got running backs. Well, our offense should be fine. And even Calzada can't cut it. I think Cutter could.
You got the other ones right, and we have discussed.
I'm not worried about that. The defense is what I'm worried about.
Yeah. One more comment from somebody, and again, this was supposedly being coaches from the SEC. This is a make or break year for the future of this program. He's got a very friendly contract that makes him hard to fire, but right now it's hard to look at the overall roster here and think they're keeping pace with programs like Vanderbilt, South Carolina, who change with time. Is that a fair statement on that comment, you think?
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of goes what we just said a few minutes ago. I think this might be a year where he's going to be looked at, and he'll have to win some games, and it comes down to that, like you said. I mean,
there was a guy talking on something I was listening to, and they said like back in Joker Phillips days, like you and Lexington looking at the facilities and stuff. They're like, okay, that's like a nicer looking. I don't remember his exact words, but we'll just say like a nicer looking MAC school, like you would lead the MAC schools or something like that, but not really ready for the SEC.
mm-hmm.
They said you go down there and look at it now, and it's like just looking around at everything, it's like you should be contenders with what you got down there.
Mm-hmm.
Not like you shouldn't be at the bottom of the barrel. Like Vanderbilt shouldn't be beating you and stuff like that.
Right. Good point. Yeah, they've done a lot of work to the facilities up there, ain't they?
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
I thought that was very interesting. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they redone that turf up there too again. Could be wrong. I think I saw something earlier. That's in the spring or something.
That's a topic I'd like to get into one time, not tonight, but I'd like to see them go back to all grass.
Good. That's a good topic. That's a good topic for yeah. We may do one discuss that one time about grass or turf.
If you
Which
want
one
turf,
would you like to play
you got
on?
to build a dome.
Ooh. Well.
And there ain't no domes in college yet.
Ain't Syracuse, ain't they playing a dome? But
I don't know. It wouldn't be. It ain't a college field, is it?
They play.
I don't know. We have to check into that.
I think Syracuse might be the only. I don't know.
Is that new thing Northwestern building? Is it a dome?
The Northwestern? I don't know.
You know that big new field they're building?
Yeah, you sent. Didn't you send me a picture of?
Yeah, we talked about it a while back, but it's like a big state of the art, but it ain't gonna hold a lot of fans. Like their stadium right now holds the least fans in the Big Ten, and then their new one's gonna hold even less. But they're gonna share it with some new team gonna be coming out of Chicago.
Oh, okay, I see.
It's set up to be more than just a football thing. It's gonna be like they're gonna have a lot of events and stuff in there too.
Yeah.
So,
well, Rusty, what do we got about this? The top players. What do you got for us tonight, buddy?
The top players.
Yeah, what was you going to go over? You was going to go over. I told you I couldn't finish mine,
Okay.
and I was
I
going to
got
let
the
you take
top
over.
players, or I got like, okay. I got like another top 10 of then like who they're gaining and who they're losing, but let's do the top players. You want to do top players?
Okay. Yeah. If you want to, that'd be fine with me.
I ain't going as deep as I was with the Kentucky players because I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just going to basically name names, school they play for, and their size.
And this is the top lineman. Is that right? Is that what you got? Or
I
just
got
top
the
players?
center, tackle, guard, tight ends, running backs, and quarterbacks. I didn't get into the wide receivers yet.
Okay. So just
Are
top
you?
just top players for the college season. Is that all?
Yeah, across the country at the
Okay.
position.
All right.
And I don't remember even where I pulled this list from. Might even been different sites for different positions. I don't know, but it's just for example, I guess you could say. Just because it's like that top 10. You pull up top 10, 30 minutes later, pull up another one, they're going to be different. Anyways, we'll start with the centers. Jack Slaughter, Florida, 6'5", 308 pounds. That's top center country. Number 2 center, Logan Jones, Iowa, 6'3", 260. 3, La Pena La Tula. I don't know if he's from Hawaii. I don't know. LAPANILALOULA. How you say that?
Man, Rusty, I have no idea.
Well, anyway,
It's close
Oregon.
enough. It's close
Oregon.
enough. You got it, bud.
We'll call him LL. Oregon, 6'2", 325 pounds. Number 4, Bryce Foster, Kansas, 6'5", 330. He's the biggest one on here, top 5. 5th, Ashton Craig, Notre Dame, 6'5", 312. Let's jump over here to the guards. Oh, my goodness. Olivia Vega.
Just do your best, Rusty. Just do your best with them.
That's a long word.
That's
Olivia Vega Loon, Penn State, 6'4", 334. Number 2 guard, cross country, Amarja Reed Adams, Texas A&M, 6'5", 330. 3, Jordan Roberts, Alabama, 6'5", 325. 4, Emmanuel Pregan, Oregon, 6'5", 320. Number 5, Logan Parr, SMU, 6'4", 316. Jump up here to, does any of them surprise you? The teams or anything?
No.
Let's go to the tackles. You know, this is one of the most important positions. Spencer Fano, Utah, left tackle, 6'6", 302. Francis Magona, Miami, left tackle, 6'6", 315. Number 3, Caden Proctor, Alabama, left tackle, 6'7", 360. He's pretty good size, ain't he?
6'6", did you say?
6'7", 360.
6'7", 360, man.
Now, this next guy, I remember when Notre Dame was going in the championship game, they said, oh, left tackle, just starting left tackle, just got hurt. And I said, don't worry.
I remember you saying something to me about that. Yeah.
This is the guy that came in and filled in for that guy.
Okay.
Charles Joshua, Notre Dame. See, he was at right, and they moved him to left. He was a true freshman last year. He's going to be their starting right tackle. Remember all that talk? And then he got hurt right before the A&M game.
Yeah.
Well, they moved him to the left, but I didn't put his side. Oh, he's 6'7", 320. So I mean, they had a guy go down, but they had somebody go. He got healthy just right in time. Go right in. Blake Miller, Clemson, number 5, right tackle. 6'6", 315. So
Big on line.
Yeah.
Guys playing linemen, buddy. Big guys, tall guys, big old guys playing line.
We thought we had tall ones. Looks like a lot of them's tall. Didn't we have a couple 6'8" though?
Yeah. We had Kentucky had some that was 6'8", 6'7". Because I remember you going over.
Well, let's move on to tight ends. You ready?
Let's go. Yeah.
Eli Stowers. Guess where he plays? He probably called a touchdown or two on us last year.
I don't think that name sounds familiar. I don't know, Russ.
Vandy. Number 1 in the country. 6'4", 235.
He played at Vanderbilt.
Yeah. Why didn't he come to Kentucky? Number 2, Max Clare, Ohio State, 6'4", 240. Old Terrence.
He looked like Terrence.
Hey, Terrence, tell him about my pitch. My pitch.
Terrence, he was telling me about that pitch, and then I asked him. I said, "Well, did Terrence try it?" He said, "No." I said he was too busy laughing.
I didn't have the ball joint or the universal joint.
Look what Taylor said.
Oh yeah,
that Den looked good in the IU red.
IU red. I didn't see that part. Come on. Yeah, I guess it kind of was, wasn't it? I think he told me that, and I didn't catch on earlier. Jesus. All right. Number 3, Joe Ray Royer, Cincinnati, 6'5", 255, tight end. Now, the number 2 was Max Clare, Ohio State, 6'4", 240. That's good. Both of them's good size. Number 4, Tanner Colsey, Houston, 6'7", 237. That's a big old tight.
Yeah.
And number 5, Matt Louder, Boise State, 6'3", 240. That's our tight ends. Vandy, Ohio State, Cincinnati, Houston, Boise State.
Vanderbilt got the number 1 tight end.
Ain't that something? You thought it'd been like Notre Dame or Penn State.
And we was talking about stadiums. Vanderbilt's doing all that construction to theirs.
They ain't about to finish that up.
I don't know. I've not heard nobody say yet. I don't know if it was going to be like a 2-year deal or what, but maybe this season, maybe they might be done before September rolls around or the end of August. But you remember I seen you pictures of that, and you could see when they would play, they was doing all that construction and that place. I heard somebody say one time, I heard a Kentucky player, I forgot who it was, said he hated playing that Vanderbilt. Said it was awful.
Well, Notre Dame played them back when, was it Schuler, that quarterback they had? You remember?
That's not been that.
He chewed on that mouthpiece.
Yeah,
I think Notre Dame about backed out because I don't think they would play down there. And then they wound up coming up here.
Vanderbilt came up there. Yeah.
Vanderbilt outbeat them.
That was when Vanderbilt had that good team.
Yeah,
Remember?
they
was
that
winning.
quarterback was good.
Yeah.
He was going down for that last drive, and they just didn't get there. They ran out of time, I think, or something. But they said that back then, the locker rooms had the old bleachers, the old wooden bleachers, was the doors to your locker.
They probably did because that one.
Kirby
I've heard
took
a
his
lot of
own
stories.
portable crappers in there for his players. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
He did.
But I did hear somebody that there was a interview 2-3 years ago, and there was a Kentucky player, and I cannot remember who it was. He played at Kentucky a long time ago, and he said, I hated going to Nashville and playing.
Probably ain't no place
stadium.
to toilet or nothing.
He said just everything, the field, everything was just horrible.
Well, you'd think right there in Nashville, though.
I know what you're getting ready to say, that they would, yeah.
But I remember I remember one time, this was a while back, they'd got a bunch of money and they was talking about doing a bunch of renovations. And then at the last minute, they took that money and put it toward we need that porta potty at our work, don't we, Terrence? That lady closed down 18 crappers and give us 3. All us middle-aged men in there working. The seat don't never get cold on none of them. Anyways, what was we talking about?
I was wondering what you're talking about.
Oh, Vanderbilt,
yeah.
They took all that money. They had all that money gathered up, and they was going to do them renovations. Then they turned around and decided to build another research facility with that money, and then just kept their old stadium. So they're more about, the education and research and stuff like that. But I think now they're about to start getting with the times and start, because sports generate so much money.
I mean, you're right. It is a good school. I mean, it is. Okay, Rusty, we got through with the tight ends. What was you
running backs?
Running backs, guys.
I didn't get the wide receivers. I got running backs and quarterbacks left, and that's it.
All right, that's
number 1 running back, Jeremiah Love, Notre Dame, 6 foot, 197 pounds.
Stop right there. I have to say, I was watching. I don't know who they was playing, because I think I texted you. I said, "Did you see that run he did?"
When he was hurt too.
Yeah, he got hit 2-3 times, and he just kept on going.
That's Penn State, wasn't it? And he was hurt. And he was hurt.
Yeah.
That's
unbelievable.
I've watched him for a few years down there. Like when he was on punt return, kickoff return, his season creased and he was gone. He added weight for last year. Because, what was his name? They had Estime. He was like a bigger power back. And then Love would just come in like a little speedy back. And he can catch too. But he put on about 20, 25, 30 pounds or something like that so he could carry the load. The only thing kind of would worry me is how he likes to hurdle everybody. But, I mean, you got to let him play how he plays, I guess. Because they got a pretty good backup, Price, but he's not good as Love. But he's still, he's serviceable.
Who you got for number 2, Rusty? You got Jeremiah Love 1.
Micah Hughes, Oregon, 5'11", 210. Boy, they about got somebody in every category. Well, not really. 2. Number 3, Katron Allen, Penn State, 5'11", 216. Number 4, Nick Singleton. You know where he plays, right? Penn State.
Penn State.
They got 2 in the top 5. 6 foot, 220. They got a power back and a speed back. Number 5, Desmond Reed, Pittsburgh. Not the Reed from USC. They're spelled different. This guy's 5'8", 175. I guess he's really fast. 6, Jamal Haynes, Georgia Tech, 5'9", 190 pounds. Any surprises anybody's not in there? Or?
Yeah. Wait just a minute. See what you know about. Come on. I had it. What about the Miami running back? Did you?
Well, I don't know where he was, but I did hear that he's good.
That's who I was. You know who I'm talking about, don't you? I had him.
I was just looking at him the other day, but
I had him on my list. I did, and I was actually going to put him on my team that we're going to do. What's up, Brandon? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's happening? Glad you could join.
Anyways, Rusty. Yeah, I forgot his name. I had him. Hold on. Did I find him? Damon Martinez, Miami, highly rated. Is considered to be one of the top prospects. He is recognized for his ability to make explosive plays, explosive run rate, and top five in the top 5.
Yeah, I named 6 for some reason, but like I said, I don't know where I got.
I did have him, buddy. I mean, I did have him, but
it's kind of hard to believe Penn State has 2 in mind. But
yeah. So, what we got?
Quarterbacks.
Got the quarterbacks now. This be interesting.
Who you think's the top quarterback?
Arch Manning.
Bah.
Give me one more try.
Go ahead.
The Penn State quarterback. I can't remember his name.
Bah. He's on the list.
He's on the list. Arch is 6, don't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, give me one more try. 3 strikes and you out. Give me one more. I don't know their names, but I know who the Oregon quarterback this year.
Bah.
Oh my goodness, I'm out. I have no idea. Who you got, Rusty, at number 1?
Cade Clemson. 6'2", 209. But I've been hearing him so much. Clemson's should be dangerous this year.
Yeah.
But he's experienced. And I guess they got the team around him this year. So, and number 2, John Matter, Oklahoma. Big Skeletor special. He transferred from was it Washington State he came from? But I guess I think, if I'm not mistaken, he threw more touchdowns than anybody in the country last year.
Mm-hmm.
But he's kind of in the air raid offense.
Yeah.
6'1", 219. Number 3, Sam Levitt, Arizona State, 6'2", 200 pounds. Now we got Drew Allard, number 4, Penn State, 6'5", 236.
That's what I was thinking about.
Man, with him and those 2 running backs. And number 5, Garrett Nussmeier. I should be able to say that better. LSU, 6'2", 201. And then I put Arch in here at 6. Texas, 6'4", 223. I didn't realize he was that big.
No, I didn't either.
He's
got some
good
SEC
size.
schools on that. Got a lot of SEC schools on that list.
Yeah, used to. SEC really wasn't known for quarterbacks. They are now. Oh, wow. You want to hear who all I picked for my starting on my team? Out of
Hey,
those positions?
go ahead. I would like to hear him. I would.
And I just took people off those lists. You don't
Right.
have to. Center, Bryce Foster, Kansas, 6'5", 330. My guard, I picked that one. I can't say his name. Oliva Vega.
Perfect.
I think
Perfect.
I did it.
Sounds perfect. You did good with it.
Wayne, Penn State, 6'4", 334. My other guard, Amarja Reed Adams, Texas A&M, 6'5", 330. And my tackles, Caden Proctor, Alabama, 6'7", 360. Other tackle, Charles Joshua, Notre Dame, 6'7", 320. Tight end, Tanner Koza, Houston, 6'7", 237. My running back, Micah Hughes. Quarterback, Drew Allard. I was going to put, I kind of wanted to pick,
That's a good team, buddy. That's a good team.
I kind of wanted to put Singleton in for Penn State, but I was getting too many Penn State players, so I had to pick somebody else.
Hey, that's a good team, buddy. That's a good team.
Starting
That
off,
really is. Yeah, yeah.
well,
Wait till you hear mine. I'll do my team next week. I got some already down. There. I got some. Got my team already. Half of them already wrote down. Uh-oh. Taylor Tarrant says, Rusty, you cheating.
how am I cheating, little buddy? I said, hey, little buddy, I wound that big thing of masking tape. Hey, I'm lucky I hit that whiteboard, because if I'd have hit somebody, they'd been mad. Terrence caught it. I said, hey, little buddy, I let it rip. Well, I don't think we got time to go over this whole top 10, but I had a list of another top 10 we shared last week, but like who they lost and who they had coming back. I don't know if you want to go over any of that or not, or if you got something else.
He almost hit me.
Look, everybody dispersed. Well, I had in my mind I was either going to barely throw it or not throw it at all. But it come out like a missile. I guarantee you it's about probably 30 mile an hour.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let me make me one. I'll do one. I'm gonna try that here at the house. Here,
hey, what you wrote? Hey, we don't got ball joints like the women do. I'm telling you.
I better not do that. I better not do that. I could probably sit right there. Right here's a wall right here. I could probably.
Well, I thought about doing it on the show, but then I figured sure enough I'd break something and be in trouble.
That's be my luck. I'd end up breaking something in here. I got all my Kentucky stuff. I break.
I'm sure Hunter's got
my Kentucky stuff. And I don't want to do that.
I break a ceiling fan or something. Hey, it would have broke something.
Hey, you know I made that helmet right there.
Yeah. Need you to make me one.
I didn't. I took an old helmet. Now the UK one there, I had that like on us, but as far as painting, I painted.
It was just an old white helmet, wasn't it?
Just an old white helmet.
I remember it down at your dad's.
Yeah. Remember I took all them football helmets, those old football helmets that was gave to us years and years ago, and I was doing all of the SEC teams, and we had them displayed down there, and then we ran out of the SEC teams, and I did a Nebraska one, some of the easier ones, like, Nebraska always got the end.
What'd you do with them all?
Well, that's one of them, of course. Actually, that used to be the Ole Miss helmet, and I painted over it, but I know you remember all them helmets that we painted and displayed. But Rusty, I don't know if they got thrown away or I gave them away. I can't remember. They got lost or something. Probably got thrown away more than that. But well, we got off track, didn't we?
That's okay. We just on here talking as fans.
Right. There you go. There you go. What was you wanting to do? A couple of the
I don't think I can get through top. I had like another top 10 I pulled up, and I had some like who they's losing and who they's having coming back.
Mhm.
I don't know if you want to go through a few of them or wait till next week on that because I don't think nothing's going to go no worse.
we could probably wait if you wanted
Yeah,
to.
because I'd like to get some of the schedules, like at least the top 5, and we go through the schedule. Because, like, well, on this one, it has Ohio State number 1. Now, listen to their schedule. First game, they got Texas. They're ranked number 2, and this thing I got. Then they got they got Penn State and Ohio State. Oh, well, in Michigan. But I don't know. They got, like, out of the top 5, they play 2 of them, is what I'm trying to say.
You was talking about different. They got all these early to tell. See, here's a different one.
That's a different one even than what I got. They're all different.
This was that's why I was telling you the other night. They're all different because this was ESPN's after spring.
How they jump Alabama
top
up
25
there?
poll.
And
You
look
see, and
Michigan. You think that Bryce Underwood didn't they pay him like $12 million or something? Because remember LSU thought they stole him from him, then he wound up flipping back.
Yeah, they're the LSU at number 9.
You don't hear too much about him. That's got to be the highest paid quarterback ever in college. Got to be. Lord mercy, Louisville in there.
If our buddy Terrence is on here, there's IU Terrence at 23.
Yeah,
I was playing that. Did you tell Terrence I turned that game off?
Yeah,
I was playing IU. I
Yeah.
said, tell Terrence I ain't taking no loss to no IU.
He said, I know he did. He said he hit that reset button.
I did. I did, Terrence. I hit the reset button, and I said, I ain't played this. I said, I'm gonna have to get practice up on this thing before I.
Well, we was talking about the playoffs, how they changed it and everything.
Hey, look here, right quick, Rusty. Look at 21.
Old drink.
Look at,
but they've been right there on the cusp. They've been right there on the cusp of it.
Look at 18 and 19. I want you to look at 18, 19, and 24. 18, 19,
that should be our staple puller at 18. I mean, ain't that ridiculous? We're the big SEC, big Kentucky Wildcats, and Kansas State's up there. And look at Illinois. But Illinois, they got don't they got how you say his name? Remember I said he looked like an Arkansas Razorback?
Who now?
Brett Blamey or whatever.
Beamla.
Yeah,
Beamla, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
we took their tight end. It's only caught 3 passes though. He's big though.
That is right. We did get their tight end, didn't we?
Yeah. But I mean, he only caught 3 passes his whole career.
Yeah,
but I guess he blocked. We just wanted a blocker.
Yeah, because we're probably going to run first.
Yeah,
we're always going to run first.
And then if our bend but don't break defense falls apart, then we're going to have to try to do something.
Well, Rusty, we just got to sit back and see, bud. We got to wait. We got 99 more days, bud.
Hey, I got a parlay I've been trying to bet. but I gotta figure out. I got me a DraftKings card, but I can't get it to pull up on DraftKings. But now this is the odds of 3 teams going to the playoffs, and I want you to tell me what you think before I do it.
Are these teams
3 different teams. Parlay them.
going to the playoffs?
Yeah, getting in the playoffs.
All right.
They got one thing in common, and we'll see if you can figure out what it is at the end.
Boy,
Huh?
Well, you wore me out with all this. Let me say. Go ahead, buddy. You wore me out with all these questions. Go ahead, buddy.
3 teams all going to the playoffs. They all 3 got one thing in common.
One thing in common. I gotta get my thinking cap on.
But I think there's a possibility they all could go to the playoffs. But I like to parlay them. Texas.
I agree with that.
Texas A&M. No. Texas Tech.
They did put some money into their program.
Yeah.
From what I've been
hearing.
A
nice offensive line.
You know what? I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes.
Texas A&M be.
I'm gonna say Texas Tech, Texas A&M. No.
Yeah, but if you don't put like Texas, you ain't gonna get a lot of points for them.
That's true.
Anyways, I thought 3 Texas teams all going to be something good to put $5 on. Well, we was talking about the playoffs.
Well,
go ahead.
Is Texas A&M what kind of team? Because I don't know.
I think they might be about like last year, maybe a little bit better.
Well, see, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe like that. That's why I said no on there.
Texas but they were good last year until
they
toward the end of the season.
Then they kind of fell apart. Yeah, but go ahead to the playoffs. You was gonna say something about the playoffs.
Georgia and Penn State had something in common in them playoffs. What was it? We'll say their offensive coordinators, Mike Bobo and Andy Kolicki for Penn State, both did something in common.
Can I get a multiple choice?
Hey, they both had a 50-yard touchdown. B, they both had a turnover. C, we'll say A was a passing touchdown. C, they had a 30-yard running touchdown.
A.
Barrett is B. They both gifted Notre Dame an interception. I guess that wasn't a turnover, I said. At a crucial time in the playoffs.
In the playoffs.
Remember? Kirby had Gunner, Kirby or Bobo, one of them had Gunner throw that ball right before the half. Notre Dame got it, got points. And then at the end of the game, that Andy Kolicki had Allard hadn't threw to a wide receiver the whole game. They could have went to last little bit, had him throw that daggum ball, and they intercepted it. And then remember, because I think it was going to go to overtime, and Notre Dame scored on that. Otherwise, I think it went to overtime. Should just eat the clock.
Well, Rusty Bud, we have got another edition down, bud, of the Wildcat Den.
One more thing before we go.
All right, bud.
Should I end the Ursay joke? You remember what I used to say? You know,
I don't remember.
His daddy was Robert Ursay. You know, Jim Ursay just passed away.
Mm-hmm.
His daddy was Robert. He owned the Baltimore Colts. Remember, they drafted John Elway, and he said he wouldn't play for them.
John Elway said he wasn't going to play for him.
Well, he was going to go play for the Yankees baseball, and their general manager had this big. He wasn't going to trade them in the division. He had all this stuff what they should get out of them, and because they drafted him knowing he didn't want to play for them, but they was going to just trade him. Well, old Robert got up in the middle of the night and went to Denver and traded him for a garbage offensive tackle, Chris Hinton, a garbage quarterback, Mark Herman, and a future first-round pick. Traded John Elway. Man that could throw a greasy pork chop through a hungry pack of wolves. That's what old Berman used to say. Remember? Chris
Yeah,
Berman?
I do. Chris Berman. He would say that, wouldn't he?
Well, then when they drafted Anthony Richardson, I said that was the stupidest thing the Colts ever did since then. But I think I'm going to let it be until Carly does something stupid like that, because she took over one of his daughters.
Oh, they take over. She take over.
But I do remember he got something wrong with him, but I don't remember what it was. But it was kind of a surprise. He was young. He wasn't that old. He's up 65.
When you texted that to me, when I thought, well, man, that shocked me.
But I just thought I'd tell that joke one last time until old Carly did something. And if she wasn't Ursay, I'd just end it.
Yeah.
But if she does something, it's coming back. I mean, how you trade Ohio State out like that? Yeah. Or not Ohio State, I'm sorry. John Elway.
John Elway.
I looked at that piece of paper and that popped in my brain.
Well, Rusty, buddy. We'll like I said, another edition down. Another edition of the Wildcat Den, folks. Hope y'all enjoyed it. We thank you for watching. Remember to get your teams in. I'm gonna make a post over the weekend, and we're gonna give out some prizes. Offense, defense, 11 offensive players, 11 defensive players. Google them if you don't know, guys. Google them, or however y'all want to pick them. But join us. We think it'll be fun. If you want to come on the show, just message me and Rusty. We'll get you on the show. Just hang out with us. We'll just talk about sports or whatever you want to talk about, I guess. Summer's here. We got 99 days. Like I said, football, don't we, Rusty?
Yeah.
Now I'm going by what I saw, 99 days. So tomorrow will be 98. Just keep talking. Yeah, close.
And they get one of them things like for Christmas.
Yeah.
With a football on it every day, and we knock it down.
Knock it down.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to get out of here. We're going to close the den up until next Friday. So, guys, let me leave you with this. We'll see you next Friday. God loves you. Go Big Blue. Good night, everybody.
Wow!
Audio Jungle.
Knock the camera off.